Hey, this is GemmyD's on Cars.
Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars, and today I am reviewing a very special car that I've been wanting to take a look at for a while. Here it is, BMW i3. My neighbor here, Steph, she's the lucky owner.
Hi.
She works at BMW. That's her husband back there, who's trying to be sneaky. John, he works at Audi too, so this neighborhood is like German Car Central, which fits into my tastes. We'll show you what's in the next driveway too, but this car is the first attempt at a fully electric car that BMW has made. The I project, I think they call it, started in 2011, and they have this car and then the i8, which is another step above. But they have two cars in the I project. But we're talking to Steph about this car, and first we can show where you plug it in. And do you know, like, it doesn't cost nearly anything to charge it and plug it in, right?
No, I think the electric bill went up maybe $20 a month. Maybe.
Yeah.
If that.
Uh-huh.
So it didn't go up a lot.
Yeah, and Steph is an employee of BMW, so she pays $83 a month for this car with this technology and this looks and this. I mean, it's crazy, right?
Yep.
I mean, did you consider any other BMWs, or just when this one came out, you just thought you wanted to give it a try?
They came to me with the offer, and I just couldn't turn it away because it was
Yeah.
such a good deal. So I wasn't looking at anything at that point.
Uh-huh.
I had a car that was almost paid off, so I was just gonna drive that, and that was it. But then they came out with this and offered me the deal, so I did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could turn that down for so little money. All right, so we can take a look at the charger. Now, John was telling me that this is what comes when you get the car. BMW gives this, and this is your standard 110 volt. Now they also have a charger with a 220 volt hookup, which takes a lot less time to charge, but this is for their purposes. This is what they wanted. So you just plug it into the wall, the cord comes out, and you plug it in right here. When it flashes blue, that means it's charging, right?
Correct. Yeah. If it's not charging or it's not hooked up, it'll flash orange.
Okay.
So like it's got a poor connection, so it'll flash orange.
Okay.
And then it'll go blue.
Yeah, John was telling me that this second part down here is for the 220 hookup.
Actually, I think that's for the level 3, the fast charger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, in the reviews that I've been reading, they say that, I mean, you basically treat this car like it's a cell phone. I mean, you charge it overnight and just as you see fit. Now, this car has three different trim levels with, funky names that all car makers do, and this one is the Giga trim. They also have a Mega and a Terra trim, which I don't know which is the Giga is the top trim,
Giga's
right?
the top,
I
that's
don't know what the other
blue.
two are, but lots of these car makers make funky names for, like I know like an Aston Martin, the key is called like a emotional control unit or something crazy, but yeah, this car's interior is crazy. Now, hers is in white, and the BMW i project has like the blue trim everywhere. It's on the front kidney grills and everything. But look at this trim. It's like a wool color and a tan leather. It's pretty cool. I know that this wood in the interior I think is supposed to be like eucalyptus. So yeah. Okay, I got drove the i3 out of the driveway, and right away I was just telling Steph, it feels like nothing I've ever driven. Just so futuristic. I mean, it's just crazy. Now, in my opinion, I think the styling is pretty quirky, and it's kind of polarizing, but I like it. I mean, it's different. This car is designed to be an all-electric like city car, and I saw that it has the footprint of a 1 Series BMW, but the interior space of a 3 Series. So Steph was saying, I mean, you don't really lose anything as far as space, but these iCars have the new take on the kidney grills. There's nothing there. I mean, they don't need to be air intakes. So once again, they had the blue trim, which I love. I really like this car in the white. There's the famous BMW roundel. Has a black hood. I like these 5-spoke design wheels too. One thing John and I were saying about how skinny the tires are. I mean, this isn't exactly a performance machine, so the low rolling resistance tires are what you want. But I think they're by far the skinniest tires of any production car. But these shaped lights are like the trademark eye lights. I mean, the i8 has them like that. Turn signal right there. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty cool. I'm interested to see when I drive it if it's like a head turner or not. I didn't ask Steph that, but I would think it is, because I don't know anybody who, I don't know many people who drive these cars, so it seems to be like it's a head turner. Okay, so I got the car opened up now. Steph mentioned something about the app.
So BMW has a connected app that you can download, input your VIN, and you can check the charge status. You can locate the car via that. You can lock it via the app, and you can also precondition it. So when you're leaving work, you can send a signal to it, and it'll be warmed up by the time you get out to it, or cooled down depending on what the weather is that day.
Right, like the time of year.
Yeah.
Okay, Steph is messing with the app on her phone. She was going to try to precondition it to do something.
To do something. Alright, so I went into the app and I hit preconditioning, so now it's connecting to the server and it's going to send it to the car. We'll see if it fails though, because we were playing with it. There, it's not happy, because I'll do it again.
So you can, right, like
It wasn't happy because we unlocked it, but so you can hit the precondition button, and then heating and cooling of the vehicle interior will be started. So you just hit perform now, and then it'll connect.
does it kind of know what to do depending on the weather?
It does it based off of what your last saved setting was. So if you had it on heat, then it'll do heat. If you had it on AC, it'll do it on AC.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense.
So yeah, however it was last locked, it kind of remembers.
Yeah.
And then you can hear the car.
Yeah, I can hear something. Something's happening. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear on the video, but I can hear some action.
And like if you look in the interior where the button is, you can see it flashing that it's doing.
Oh yeah. That's flashing right there, so it's doing something. That's cool.
Yeah.
I saw that the brand new 5 Series, they have a bigger key that you can actually move the car forward and back, like out of a garage, just with the thing itself. I mean, this technology is crazy. It's taken over. So here's the trunk. I mean, that's not bad at all. I mean, this is a taller car, a taller, shorter, stubbier car, but that's not bad for trunk space at all. And these back doors kind of hinge open like almost like a truck would, but that's a decent amount of space. I know these panel of the door is made with recycled plastics, fitting into the environmentally conscious frame, and this part of the frame is carbon fiber reinforced polymers. So it's the same type of technology that they use in the i8. So that means super strong. I mean, it's as strong as steel, but it's as light as aluminum. And this is the whole frame of the car. So this door has this plastic stuff too. Pretty cool. And here's the front. They call it the frunk, which is tiny. The one guy I saw said you can fit a gallon of milk in there, and that's about it. But it's just weird opening the hood of a car and not seeing an engine, personally. Nice black on the hood, on the mirrors. Now another option for the i3 is they have a range extender feature, which has a 650cc gasoline engine, which fits under the trunk too. I know the batteries are in the middle, towards the rear, or low for low center of gravity, but the range extender one would have the gas tank right here. Now Steph said she did not get the range extender just for the purpose of price, and she didn't really think she would use it, but that's another feature that they have to get rid of your, they call it range anxiety, like worrying about the car running out. So that would have a 2-gallon gasoline tank that you could have just to, in case you ran out of electricity or ran out of juice, that 2 gallons will give you enough time to find your closest gas station. So, but she didn't think it was worth it to get that. So, and she works at the dealer, which is under 10 miles away. So, this is enough to get her there and back. I think they say that the range is 80 miles. So that can get her to work and back if that's so cold. It's amazing how cold it is after it was 70 degrees on Thursday and Friday. Now the car itself is equivalent of 170 horsepower and 180 foot-pounds of torque, which is not bad for a fully electric car. I'm interested to see how it drives. But yeah. Alright, I'm going to close her up and go see my dad and take her for a ride. Alright, so I am sitting in the front seat of the i3, just taking a look at the interior. Now this wood is beautiful. Like I said before, I think it's eucalyptus, and it's environmentally harvested, in the most green way. But it's got two main screens. I think this one has the infotainment stuff, and that has your range and everything. But overall, this is a pretty nice place to be. I really like the two-tone trim. I'm a big fan of that. And you can see the plastic everywhere on the doors, the front dash, all the way up there. The blue. Down here we have BMW's iDrive system. Now I know here there's a bunch of different settings you can do for driving. There's Eco, Pro, and Comfort. There's your beepers for when you're backing up. But look, there's nothing in the way down here. I could easily slide over to that seat without a problem. The back seat is decent room. I mean, I'm impressed with the space in this car. I mean, you think that you're sacrificing something with the shape of it, but you're really not. So I'm gonna start her up and go for a ride. Alright, so I've been driving this car for like a minute now, and it's crazy, okay? It's absolutely silent, obviously because it's electric, but one thing this car has is called regenerative braking, and meaning I press on the gas pedal to drive, but when I take my foot off the gas, the car will immediately slow down. I'll show you up at the stop sign, but it's crazy. I mean, you can do 1 foot driving. I mean, I've driven, I'm just across the road, but I have barely touched the brake. Watch. Foot off the gas, stops. Like, off the gas completely. I have not touched the brake. I mean, that is crazy. Crazy. I mean, I've never driven, obviously, this is the first electric car I've ever driven, but it's weird, but it still seems like a normal car. I mean, this thing will go when you stomp on it. I'm gonna go on the highway in a little bit just to test that out, but it's crazy. The only thing I'm hearing is like the wind noise, which is, it's kind of a windy day, so you can hear it a lot. It's crazy. I'm coming up here to a roundabout, and I'm gonna try to go around the whole thing without touching the brake. Okay, I'm going 32, 30, off the gas, no brake. No brake at all. Still on the gas. Still on the gas. No brake at all. It's crazy. This is like a completely new thing. I almost have to recalibrate my brain to what the car is doing. I'm driving, I'm going to see my dad, and I guarantee you the first thing that he's going to love about this is that it's so quiet. My dad is obsessed with quiet. I mean, he's the guy who's spraying extra foam insulation in the wheel wells to make it quieter, but it's kind of peaceful. I mean, I don't have the radio on at all, so it's just dead quiet. There we go, no brake again. The one thing Steph was saying, that you have to, since you use the brakes so infrequently, whenever you step on them, you can kind of hear like the dust coming off them because you just don't use them, which is crazy. I mean, every single car you've ever driven, you press the brakes, multiple times a minute. Okay, I'm off the gas. No brake at all. No brakes at all. I I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's just crazy.
Really?
Alright, so I just got to my parents' house. I wanted to see their reaction to the car.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like,
Can I get in it?
yeah.
Woo.
Say hello to YouTube, mother.
Hi.
This is my mom.
Hi.
But look at the wood
Oh
and
my
the
gosh, look at this.
yeah.
Oh.
That's like eucalyptus wood.
That is real wood. Like
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's legit.
I love the two-tone seat.
Yeah, I
there.
do too.
And it's got fabric and
Leather.
leather. I don't know. That blue means it's electric, right?
Yes. Yep. That's like the signature color of the
It
BMW
has-
i cars.
It has like
Yeah,
it's
and-
almost stainless steel.
Well, the
looking.
black, the cars that have the black trim, like this silver accent shows up even better.
Really?
Cool, huh?
So this has that iDrive, so you have to.
Yep.
Is that what they call it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Non-electric seats.
Saving
In
weight.
an electric car.
Saving
no,
weight, probably.
No electric seats. Nice. And look at this.
It's plastic. It's like engineered plastic.
It almost looks like flannel fabric.
Yeah,
I love this wood.
I know.
This is plastic.
Yeah,
This is plastic.
like here's old school BMW, new school BMW. Wait till you drive it. It is unreal. And it has like regenerative braking. You almost don't use the brake pedal. When you take your foot off the gas, it automatically slows down. I barely use the brake pedal getting over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seriously. You guys look like twins.
Oh, this
Your
is
coats.
This is our.
This is what we were
Our
wearing.
travel.
This
These
is
are our
what we were
travel
wearing-
jackets.
This is what we were wearing in Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these wheels.
Yeah, check it out.
Wow. That's cool. That's great.
Oh, and look how skinny the tires are. They're like 155s.
So is this alloy,
Oh yeah.
or is it
No,
a different?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something
But they're
Light.
so flat.
well,
That's for aerodynamics.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Alright, when I get a straight stretch up here, I'm gonna try to give it to beans and see what it feels like. But I mean, so far in driving this car, I drove my neighbor Matt's BMW a few weeks ago. So if he said, from what I've read, if you have driven a BMW in the last 5 years, this will feel just like that, and I think I agree. Alright, I'm stepping on it a little bit. I'm going 50. I mean, I'm going uphill. I mean, that just felt like nothing. Alright, I'm gonna get on the highway. I'm gonna punch it and see what she feels like. Alright, here we go. It feels like you know what it sounds like an airplane. Yeah, like an airplane taking off. Okay, I'm going 65. So that was a quick merge. I mean, it's crazy. Alright, so we have switched places. Dad is now driving. I think he's going out of his mind a little bit.
That'd be fair to say.
And Dad has a BMW, a 98 3 Series, so he's well versed in the BMW ways. Alright, so you've been driving for 30 seconds. What do you think? First reaction?
Very, very nice. Very smooth, quiet, positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit close down. Right, yeah. And then we look around here to go back the other way. Yeah, right.
This car's pretty comfortable, I mean, in my opinion.
Very
These
much
seats
so.
are nice.
I have noticed people in traffic drive it in a very zippy manner because it's so darn easy to.
Yeah. Yeah, also, being in this car, I can't imagine what what the Teslas are like with even more power. I mean, this thing has, okay, we're punching it. Whoa! This thing has the equivalent of like 170 horsepower. I can't imagine driving a Tesla who they have like 700 horsepower. I mean, the thing would absolutely break your neck.
Wow. That's a cool acceleration there.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I just heard the beep, and on the display it says door open, that since the tires are so skinny, if you go over a pothole or a bump or something and it kind of jostles the car, I don't know if it like has to recalibrate itself or something, but I went over a pothole when we were driving over here, and eventually there, it just went away. It fixes it. I don't know, I don't quite know what that technology is or why the car feels like it's jostled or something, but it's like the second or third time that we've gotten a little display on the dash that says door open, but now it's gone. Like right there where the D would be, it said door open. So I don't know if I understand that. At first I wasn't sure if I would like the two screens, but they're bigger. Once you get used to looking at them, you can look at it, you use them like any other screen. Dad's gonna give it the beans. Punch it, mate! Okay, that's 70 quickly. See, once again, we got that display, that little thing on the dash that says door open. I don't know. I don't understand that. Alright, one thing Dad and I were talking about, imagine this type of technology in a 3 Series or a 5 Series. You know, you have the looks and the performance, or you have the performance of a drivetrain like this with all electric, but with the looks and the dependability of a 3 Series and 5 Series. That could be the only car you would ever need. Now, just like Tesla, if BMW continues to up the voltage and the range of these batteries, I mean, it could definitely replace the car that you have. I mean, this is 80 miles of range, which is honestly not that much, but like it works for Steph. I mean, she drives to the dealer, which is under 10 miles a day. She plugs it in when she gets home every night. I mean, it's perfectly fine. Plus, she has such a great employee deal. So I could see myself with an electric car if I had a short commute like that and I was a fan of the technology, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it seems like kind of a no-brainer.
You miss going to a gas station?
Yeah, not hardly. Yeah, I was saying, as far as the battery range, you know, he and I have done a couple runs where we kind of floored it, and when I left Steph's house, I had about 76 miles of range, and now we're down to about 59. So if you floor it a couple times, that sucks up the juice, but that's as expected. Okay, so we just got back from the drive, and I'm going to ask Dad what he thinks. So what do you think?
Very enjoyable vehicle, nice to drive. Happily and conceivably visualize owning one. It could be quite economical. You have to plan all your trips, short and long.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind your range, but the acceleration is very fun. The traditional BMW feel is quite a bonus. The braking system is like especially fun because you hardly ever touch the brake, you just back up on the gas and whoop, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Nice vehicle. Love it.
Hey, buddy, come here. Look, I want to get you on the camera. How you doing? You're stinky. Did you toot then? How you doing? Alright, I'm here with Will now, driving the i3. We just switched, got off the highway, and now we're going to go head back home.
This is incredibly smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, this 1 foot driving does take a little bit to get used to. It brakes on its own. I mean, literally comes to a stop on its own.
Yeah.
And that's a little.
What you got on the highway?
Takes a little bit to get used to.
Yeah. I mean, I've driven this car for an hour or so, and I would think I would say I'm used to it by now, but it's definitely odd. But it's a cool kind of odd. Like when we got off the highway right here, I did not touch the brakes once. The car completely, the
Didn't touch the
regen,
brakes there?
right? The regen system completely stops the car, which I was telling him I don't know what Steph's setting is as far as the aggressiveness of the regen. It feels like it's pretty aggressive, but I think if this was my car, I'd want it a little less aggressive. But it's you still get used to it pretty well.
Nothing. I mean, I'm 6'2". I've got plenty of leg room, headroom. Visibility is great in this car. That's something else I was noticing. Yeah, I mean, this is my first time driving an all-electric vehicle.
Yep, me
and
too.
I gotta say, I actually kind of like it.
Yeah,
it's really quiet.
I'm impressed.
Very responsive. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have nothing. I'm kind of like Dan. I'm kind of like lost for words. I have nothing bad to say about this thing.
I mean, when I was driving home from my dad's, I was thinking, okay, if this car is what the future of automobiles is like, then I'm excited. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah, we were talking about the responsiveness of this vehicle. They were saying that the i3 is, what did you say, like 170 horsepower ish. Man, I can't imagine what a Tesla feels like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just the responsiveness of it.
Yeah, and the instant torque.
No lag.
All right, get on her. 63. Like
with
that.
No effort whatsoever. Yeah, this is really incredible. This visibility right here, like,
the windshield is huge. I mean, look at all the space in between and in front of us where the dash is.
Right.
You can see everything.
Visibility is amazing. And this car runs around, what, 48?
Yeah. This is like the top trim. Like I said before, you can get a two-cylinder engine, like that holds 2 gallons of gasoline. They call it a range extender, but this one doesn't have it. Okay. So that's like $4,000 on top of the car. Like it's like another feature, but she didn't want that.
Right. Timing, you let off early enough, or I guess if the settings, that's something else I'd have to look at.
Okay, we just got off the highway. No brakes.
I just let off.
No brakes.
No brakes. Complete stop. So now I have to inch up here to the line a little bit. And then I just let off the pedal, and it actually holds me in place. I got my foot over the brake just in case, because I'm not.
Yeah, you don't trust it.
I don't trust it yet, but man, this is an amazing little vehicle. This is a nice little car. I mean, I told Dan if I were in the city somewhere, San Francisco, LA, or I don't know, suburbia somewhere, you didn't have far to go.
You couldn't do much better than this.
Yeah, I mean, this car really has it all. And I love the styling in here. It's very, I guess, kind of futuristic. The screen just kind of floats out here. It's clear as day. Everything is right there. I mean, this is, thank you, Steph, for this opportunity. This is quite amazing.
Steph and I were talking last summer, and she said, "Hey, if you ever want to drive my car, come on over." And I said, "I'm going to hold you to it." And here we are, 8 months later, and she said, "Yep." And she said, "Punch it, give it the beans, do what you want." So we have. My dad was flooring it, and Will, me, we're testing her out.
Give it the beans.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is surprising. This is very surprising.
Now, I'm pretty sure that the next BMW i car that's coming out is going to be a bigger, like 4-door SUV. So something maybe like along the sizes of like an X5, or maybe a little smaller than that. But I think that's what's coming up next. So that's something that would appeal to bigger families. People with kids. Carrying stuff around, going to soccer practice. All that stuff. And if I could afford something like that, I would seriously consider it. I guess if you're in the market for a car like this, you would consider a Chevy Volt or a Nissan Leaf but in my opinion, this car looks better than those.
True.
I'm sure the range is comparable, but I mean, this car I would say handles like a BMW because it is. I mean, it has the technology, all the years of making 3 Series and good handling cars that has gone into this car too.
This is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I thought for a car just this small, regardless if it was BMW or not, would be like a little sluggish and like, oh, why would you want this kind of car? But after this little test drive here, and if you could afford it, if you have the time, I mean, why not?
Yeah. I mean, this is the future of cars. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going away from fossil fuels, and
Yeah.
I'm saying the future's looking pretty bright if this is what cars will be like.
Right. And I mean, if you have, if you have bigger kids, teenagers, they're going to be a little tight in the back.
Yeah.
As far as like leg room, headroom, I think they'd be fine. Leg room would be a little tight. Obviously, you don't have a ton of storage in this car. But yeah, this is a great little car. Fun surprise.
Yeah.
I am very, very pleased. Once again, by BMW, what they offer.
Yep. Now imagine this technology in that i8, which has like 360 horsepower.
You know what? I didn't even think about that either.
Yeah. And how good that car looks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The car is a stud.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. This was fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Steph and John.
Steph, John, thank you.
Yep. Alright, so I am taking the i3 back to its home, and like I was just talking to Will, I am pretty blown away by this car, and like I said, if this is the future of what automobiles are going to be like, it's going to be awesome. So, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. On the next episode of GemmyD on Cars, Dan tries to get John to let him drive one of his Porsches, like this Macan. Look at this thing. Pretty nice.